Hey everyone, this guy is and welcome back, and today we're going to be looking at a creeper-powered blast chamber. So this farm in its current state is a creeper-powered cobblestone farm. So let's look at some of the major components here. So the first up is this blue tube. Basically what this is the output of a creeper farm, which you can have right up in the sky. We're going to talk about efficiencies a tiny bit later. The creepers can fall down onto this hay bale, which reduces fall damage because they're going to take another drop in a bit. We've got a minecart here which is sent off periodically, goes over a few tracks and comes back, and the activator rail ejects the creeper onto the iron blocks, as you can see right here. Yeah. So the creeper stands on the iron block and the player just stands on this glass platform with a flint and steel pointing forwards with the right click button pressed. After some time the green glass block right in front of me will move, and also the iron block will move, allowing me to set off the creeper, and 1.5 seconds later it'll land on the obsidian block and blow up. So yeah, the next part of the cobblestone farm is obviously the cobblestone generator. So here we've got some cobblestone generators with the piston extractors, God I can't pronounce that I showed in a previous video. These are really simple. We've got some waterlogged stairs here and some lava sources. They form cobblestone over there. And over here we've got some sticky pistons which pull out the cobblestone, and then some normal pistons which push them out across. As you can see, it's a really simple build. We've got some observers and some redstone. Yeah, it's really simple. Over here it's being currently switched off by the redstone line. And up here we've got a hopper clock. Now the hopper clock basically controls the top portion of the circuitry. As you can see, there's the green circuit and the yellow circuit. The green circuit is what controls when the creepers drop down, and the yellow circuit powers when the pistons push out. As you would expect with the blast chamber farm, this does use the perfectly timed piston trick to reduce the blast hardness thing of blocks. I don't know what the technical term for it is called. So let's switch this thing on. It gets a bit laggy once it switches on. And yeah, now it should be fine. So let's just stand here. I'm currently with my right click pressed down. And as you can see, the creeper blows up. I mean, you've got the glass moving out. As you can see on the right side, we've got the yellow line activating, which pushes the cobblestone into the middle. We've got the cobblestone generator running as well. And yeah, the green glass block just moved out of the way. Allowed us to set off the creeper, and it blew up down there. And it blew up right as the pistons were extending. You can probably get another sight of that happening. And you can also see the minecarts going off to get another creeper every single time it sets off. Let's quickly switch this farm off. And yeah, as you can see, we're getting stuff. We had 3 stacks of cobblestone earlier. So yeah, from just 3 creepers we got about 50. Obviously I didn't start it from the optimal position. You do have to occasionally clear out some of the blocks so that the pistons can still extend. Otherwise, you're going to have blocks with max hardness. Alright, so the next thing we're going to look at are some of the details. We've got 21 items in the hopper clock, and there's an observer pointing into the piston, which activates every time the hopper clock sets off. We've got an observer flip-flop thing, so every second time the hopper clock activates, we've got the observer lighting up the redstone, 4-tick delay into a redstone torch, which powers the redstone, which powers both the pistons there. A bit of redstone more, and another torch which controls the minecart. There's a power rail right below the minecart, if that wasn't clear. Alright, so the next portion of it is what controls the piston pushing. So as you can see, the yellow line is what's responsible for it. And we've got some slime blocks here with some redstone blocks attached to them. Right now the redstone blocks aren't powering anything. Once they get extended, they set off the redstone lines. Now the most important thing, as I said about the farm, is the timing of these piston extensions. So once I set off the creeper, it takes 1.5 seconds to actually blow up, which is a lot less than TNT, which is 4 seconds. So we've sort of factored that in over here. As you can see, I've got 5 repeaters, 4 of them on 4 ticks and 1 of them on 1 tick, which is a total of 17 ticks of delay. Now, in case you're building this farm for yourself and it's not working, it's a good idea to change those timings. Now, rates. This gets you about 7,000 cobblestone per hour, at a rate of 5 creepers a minute. Now this might seem a bit too much, but honestly the rate is just about 500 gunpowder per hour from an ordinary creeper farm with, I'm being quite generous with the gunpowder rates. So you don't really need the largest creeper farm, you just got to make sure it's 24 blocks away from you and maintains a steady output. Now another thing, another caution to keep in mind, something to be cautious about, you don't want blocks over here. You want absolutely nothing, especially nothing wood. Because you're going to be right clicking into that block and you don't want fire being set off anywhere else. Another important thing is behind the creeper, you don't want any blocks in this range, because if you do, you're going to be setting fire to them every so often. So you don't want any blocks within reach. Another obvious thing is that you need a dispenser for your flint and steel, because flint and steel doesn't have the highest durability in the game, does it? So yeah, now this can easily be converted to a basalt farm as well, using some soul soil and so on. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. This has been Skysif and I'm out. So Chef now, and I shall see you in the next video.